All right, what's going on, guys? This is PJ, and we are back with Essential Guy Talk after about a month and a half off. James, what's going
What's
on?
up, everybody? Good to see you. Great wave.
Good to be back, man. We took a little time off. We wanted to recharge the batteries. We wanted to line up some really cool guests for next season.
Yep.
The season is here. One thing that I wanted to do was to kind of focus on getting myself a little healthier.
I see.
We made the joke over and over again, or you did, that you were on a diet.
I'm like limited to what I can eat here today.
Why?
It was really good. I'm on a diet, by the way. I haven't said yet on the show I'm on a diet. I have to say that for
every
everyone.
week.
I'm on a diet, by the way.
How's the diet going?
Oh, it's great.
Every time last season.
last season, and it just got in my head. And after all this great food, I think we had a total of 21 episodes of just fantastic food, lots of options. We had one show with 40 pounds of food, and I just said this can't continue. EGT offers me so much, but what it needs to offer me now is getting myself healthy.
Yeah.
So I started a little movement that I want you guys to follow if you're starting a weight loss journey. I call it No More Fat Guy. So all you have to do is go on TikTok or go on Instagram and hashtag No More Fat Guy to any of your weight loss stuff. I just want to be motivated by you guys, who in turn will motivate me to keep on going.
Accountability is everything.
That's it. I respond well to if I speak my goals out loud, and then I go after them. So in 3 weeks and 3 days, I've dropped 25 pounds.
Wow, that's great. Which, by the way, I am still on a diet.
Yeah, nice.
Currently.
So now we can truly be on one. So in the coming weeks, we're going to feature a number of restaurants that are doing not only great food, but great healthy food, because I think that that's awesome to turn people on to places that aren't just bland and boring. But eating healthy doesn't have to be boring either.
No, it's delicious. It can be delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
If you take the time to do the work.
Exactly.
That's the issue with it.
Yeah, so I've had the good fortune of Eat Clean Bro sponsoring all my lunches throughout the month of September. So thank you, Eat Clean Bro.
Shout out to Jamie. Jamie's been in studio here before.
Yeah,
Nice guy.
yeah. Very nice guy. I've heard good things. I haven't had a chance to meet Jamie, but your business is awesome. And beyond anything, it's not just simple processed food that is healthy. It is really good chef kind of oriented food. And all you have to do is heat it up. It's perfectly portioned. And every meal I've had, I've been like, wow, this is actually tasting good. Even if it wasn't my style. There's been a couple that I've been like, I probably won't get it again because the flavorings just don't work for me. But in general, high quality. The shrimp is good. That was the first thing I was concerned about. How will shrimp hold up?
We've tried a couple of different of them too. That I guess would be considered competition for him, like Hello Fresh and these other ones. But he's got superior. I mean, he does really well. Superior quality stuff. The thing I struggled the most with being on those pre-prepared meals is the portion.
Well,
and that's part of the whole part of the diet. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to get comfortable with eating less, right?
I eat a lot.
So my biggest thing, the whole problem that I have had for years, has been late night eating. I watch sports.
I love that, do that.
When I'm watching sports, it just feels normal to me to go in the kitchen and grab something. And I've fixed that. It's a switch that flipped because I'm intermittent fasting now. I found something that worked for me. So I go 16 hours at least, sometimes 20. I did a 24-hour fast from Sunday into Monday. I'm loving it. It's just like another challenge for me. But what it does is it turns off that need in my head at night to chomp. I don't. I go to sleep earlier. I wake up earlier. I'm taking walks before work. It's crazy. It just changed my whole focus.
It makes the diet is everything. It's like when we had Skip in here from CAFX.
He's one of the people that really motivated me, just with how he holds himself. You know?
And I had been doing, like I said in that episode, I had been doing CrossFit at that point in time, which is like high intensity, extreme cardio, Olympic lifting, body movement stuff. And for like over a year, and I only, maybe my body shape changed minimal. And then when I actually tied in the diet, the proper diet, the results were like instantaneous at that point.
It is like a light switch. And look, I'm going to say right to you women, I don't envy you. When it comes to losing weight, guys can just peel it off faster. Now, look, I can put myself in a bad way much worse than you can often, women. So I gain a lot more. So then it peels off faster. So I've had some women that have commented and been like, oh my God, 25 pounds. I haven't been able to lose 3 and I've been working out for, this, that, and the other thing. I get it. But you have to understand it's not just number weight, right?
I mean, genetically, women carry a higher body fat
percentage.
Anyway,
But go by how your clothes are fitting. Go by how comfortable you feel.
The inch is not the actual number.
Yeah, and it's also energy levels and your focus and your clarity. All of that stuff comes together when you start eating right. It's crazy because I used to wake up groggy, man. I used to wake up like I needed a good 20 minutes and I needed my coffee before I really felt.
That's me.
I felt good to go. I now just down 32 ounces of water and I go on a 40-minute walk and that sets me off for the day. That's really all I need to kind of feel
on track,
like,
man. Because
it's exciting. So there's going to be peaks and valleys.
Of course, you're going to hit a plateau where you're not losing anything. You don't understand why, and so on and so forth.
The challenge I've always had was sticking with a plan long term.
Yeah.
Right. So I've lost 100 pounds before, so I know I can successfully do that. But after I hit whatever I deem is my goal, I think that's where I just like put my hands up and I go, I did it. I need to realize I'm turning 43 tomorrow. So today is kind of like our little celebration for,
Which we're not
43.
going to carry on the diet, by the way.
I'm celebrating today with a thin crust pizza because I hit 25 pounds.
That's good.
If I didn't hit 25, I wasn't going to allow myself
landmark
much.
rewards are perfect.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I've listened to a lot of really knowledgeable people, and thank goodness I know a lot of really knowledgeable people that have reached out to me and offered their support. And they said never use the words cheat meal. It's not a cheat meal. You're living your life correctly, and you're living healthy. If you're eating that and it's within your macros and it's within your current fasting period where you're eating, it's not cheating.
It's a moderation.
Exactly. It's learning to say I can eat what I want, but just don't eat so much of it, right?
That's right.
I would eat 5 pieces of pizza sometimes or 4 and not think anything of it. But now I need to realize 2's got to be your limit, but don't have it every other day either.
Yeah.
Make it, a kind of like a celebratory treat for doing things right, So it's exciting for me. So if you guys want to join with me, I would really appreciate it. Every time you guys go under my videos and you comment, it motivates me. It gets me up the next day to then be accountable and report in on what I'm doing. So there's my spiel. I appreciate all the love so far, and it's just really the beginning. This has got to be a new lifestyle for me, but I'm still going to enjoy myself on EGT. Yeah. We're still going to have a lot of really good food.
Clean meals, and we're going to have
an array, right?
Regular meals.
That's right. But even the clean meals are going to be fun.
Yeah.
We're going to have stuff that's tasty and that we can tell you guys to go and enjoy, and you'll still be doing good things for yourself. So some of the upcoming shows I'm excited about because they're companies that just really pride themselves on giving you good options, but doing it in a creative way. So
we have some exciting guests this season.
Yeah, I mean, we always do. That's a cool thing about EGT. We have had some amazing companies that have come in here, and our first show tonight is going to be a revisit.
Yeah.
Somebody that opened up our season last year.
Correct.
He was one of the first couple of shows, right?
Yep, that's right.
And Teddy will be coming from Tremonto's Pizza. We've got a lot to catch up on. He's had a full summer. We can talk about the business and how it's going. Word on the street is he's going to bring more treats.
I heard. I'm excited for that.
Definitely
we support
excited
Tremonto's here every time we have a long, full day production. Neil's on the phone.
Yeah.
On the phone, getting Tremonto's delivered here to the studio.
And I'm proud to say that all started because Teddy came in here, showed good energy. We love him and love his business, and his food is awesome.
His food is good.
Right? Like, look, we can support you as much as we want as a business, but if you don't make stellar food, we're going to go anywhere. We're going to support you to a point, right? Yeah. But these guys, I have no problem telling you guys, go to Tremonto's. Get yourself some food there. Any of the window stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
They do really, really good, like, day special pizzas.
What's your go-to, Neil? What's your go-to pie?
Detroit pizza.
The Detroit. Is that
and
a
that
hot honey
was-
and pepperoni?
That's where my mind went to right away because it is so good.
Yeah.
But I said if I'm going to reward myself, I actually want to enjoy a couple slices. So thin crust seems like the smarter
that's
option
like not
for me.
quite pan, but a thicker crust,
Yeah.
right? Square style.
No, it's pan.
Is it
He
pan?
makes it in a pan.
Yeah.
It's really soft and it's got the crispy sides and it's awesome. But that'll be like after I lose another 10,
I
I'll
love
go
the
and
Angry
grab
Grandma.
a piece.
That's my go-to pie.
Yeah.
That's a specialty one, so you have to call in advance for that. Teddy will tell you that.
Absolutely.
But the Angry Grandma. Take
and
my
that's
word on
hot
it.
honey on it,
The Angry Grandma.
pepperoni.
It's the garlic knot.
Oh, the garlic knot
It's
angry
the
grandma.
crust. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's got a.
Well, I mean, the angry part would be the spicy, right?
Yeah, it's got the vodka sauce on it instead of tomato sauce. I don't
Awesome.
remember any hot honey being on that.
Then how could
be
it be
wrong.
angry grandma? Vodka. Vodka
the
make
vodka
okay.
sauce, yeah.
All right, that could
Yeah.
work. But yeah, I mean, his vodka sauce is really good too. We're gonna talk about a pizza that we developed here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
That ended up coming to fruition.
Yeah.
So when he shows up, we'll talk about that. But what have you been up to for the past month and a half? You've had some real fun things going on here,
man,
right?
We've been busy here, which has been great.
Yeah.
Worked with some great acts, lots of cool things that are out there right now. You can always go check out, aside from our EGT page, you can always go check out our Rec Productions page at Rec Pro and take a look at some of the work that we've been doing lately. We just did a really cool video. I know that the new version of the Crow movie came out, and I know that, I've seen good and bad things about it. That's one of those movies that's hard to re-emulate in a 2024 setting.
Yeah.
But we had an artist come in, his name's Corvix, and he did a cover of Burn by The Cure. And, I mean, it is so cinematic and theatrical. Neil, you can plug the link in the podcast. We'll hook you guys up with the link.
In post, we'll put it right here.
We did some pyro for that. He had
Yes.
great costume and makeup, and we did some effects on the floor, and it was a cool shoot. So we've been busy with that. It's wedding season, so This Is It Company has also been very busy.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this a sad podcast by any means, but anybody knows me knows I have a dog. His name's Gizmo. Gizmo's 13. He actually passed away at 5:30 on Monday morning. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm getting upset.
Shit.
So that's
I
been
didn't
kind of like
even know,
yeah, I
so-
know. I haven't talked about it a lot because it's a real bummer.
Of course.
But R.I.P. to him. I'll even give you a little image to throw in there
There you
for
go.
him.
Lots of love to Gizmo.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was the best.
He was.
The bestest of dogs.
He was. So aside from that, all good things. You know what I mean? I'm excited to be back on the show. Excited to have some delicious pizza
Yeah,
tonight.
man. It's gonna
Catch
be
up
delicious.
with Teddy a little bit.
Yep.
I don't know what the rest of the night will bring.
In the meantime, I'll tell you what I did this weekend.
All right.
Which was
yeah.
I went down to Asbury Park, went to See Here Now Festival, and I also planned our little collaboration podcast that we're going to do.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about that too.
Next week, if you guys don't already know the podcast, the Used to Be's podcast, which is Kurt Pellegrino and Dave Ippolito, you got to check them out. They're really cool guys. They reached out, definitely like-minded type guys. Kurt Pellegrino was a UFC fighter, owned a gym in Belmar. So we're going to learn a lot about his life.
Wait till he finds out I got that sweet belt back
Yeah,
there from
yeah, there you
eating
go.
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He's really going to be jealous.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun having those guys on.
And Dave, you may know from TikTok, right? Dave's,
Yeah, Dave and
pseudo TikTok celebrity. Him and his
Sure.
wife Jane.
Janie.
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 He calls her Jane
Yep.
in the thing.
Okay.
I don't know if I have
But
the
on
caveat
TikTok,
to be
if
able
you're-
to do that. It's
if you're
definitely
looking
Dave
at
and
it,
Janie.
it's Dave and Janie.
Yep. They're a lot of fun to watch. They're a couples talk, but
Yep.
they, they're fun. So
Yeah, they're
So-
finding success with the couple's content, and it's fun seeing their account grow.
Yeah.
You had known of them before.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
even
yeah.
reached
When you
out,
dropped
which was
his
cool.
name, I was like, "You mean like Dave and Janie?" And then
Yeah.
I was like, "No, it can't be." You
Yep.
know. And no, I was like, "No." I texted you back. I'm like, "No, it is, isn't it?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And two here, we just keep it on the TikTok trend of things that have been going on. We
Yep.
had AJ, Big Justice.
That's right.
The Rizzler here and Jersey Joe.
Yeah, that was
So-
a week of more booms than I've said in my entire
Yeah,
life.
there was a lot of booming happening.
But man, that whole cruise is so much fun,
Yeah,
right?
they were crazy.
There was
Rizzler's
just
got a lot of charisma, man.
kids
for sure.
going everywhere. Rizzler is 8 years old, but that kid has swagger
Yeah,
about
he does.
him.
He does, man.
There's something to it, and I
got star quality.
understand. I understand why he is where he is, right? So I put out a little quick clip of me and the Rizzler. James put out a nice Wrecked Productions intro. AJ and Big Justice did their show that was on both. What was it on? It was on
Twitch and TikTok.
And TikTok.
Yep,
And
live.
this place was loud. There was a lot of things going on. It was good. It was good to see
Into our
AJ
seats
back
over
again.
Here. Yeah, we got a cool little clip that we'll put out soon too from that on the
it'll
EGT
kind of
page.
wrap up the whole night.
Yep.
We went in the Black Box studio and we did some dancing in there and bunch of different little segments. Jersey Joe was teaching his dances and stuff. It was just a good time. It was a good time.
It was filled with people for
It
sure.
was filled with people. It was definitely a little bit of romper room going on, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit.
But see here now. So I went Saturday. Didn't go Sunday. I got a 2-day ticket,
Sunday
but
was Bruce Day, right?
Yeah, I sold that Bruce Day ticket, and it basically paid for my
sure.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So it worked out perfect. But Saturday, I showed up at about 2:00,
Okay.
and the lineup I saw, phenomenal.
So that had Noah Khan on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
311 Noah Khan,
Black Crows.
Black Crows.
The Revivalists.
They were great, right? By the way,
Yeah,
the Black Crows, they
very
did a
good,
great
very
show.
good.
Revivalists.
They got so much stage presence. They got so much swagger.
They've been doing it for
been
30
doing
years.
it forever.
Yeah.
But real easy breezy. It just
Yeah.
seemed so easy for them.
The,
But
the Revivalists, they did that song "Nice to Know You," right?
Wish I
Nice
Knew
to Know
You
Wish
When
I Knew
I
You. That
Was
was
Young.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, cool vibe.
Really cool. I know a lot of their songs, so I was a big fan. I wanted to get there for that. But when I showed up, I wanted to get there for the Robert Randolph Band. I love those guys. Really cool. Rockers. Black guy, so good, got a ton of swagger. His entire crew is talented as hell. Really, really, really cool show. So that one was the one I walked into.
Okay.
So the way they have it set up is the park side is one large stage.
So they do 2 stages, right?
They do 2.5. It's then they've got a small little off to the side deal.
Right.
But the park stage has one very large stage and then merch booths and all that stuff. The whole row of eating is there. It's in a big space. It takes up the
Yeah.
whole center of where the convention hall is.
Is that where they do
on
it? Like
on the
outside of the Berkeley, right? Isn't
Yeah,
it
exactly, exactly.
between
Yep.
the Berkeley and the
That
Asbury?
whole open grass
Yeah,
land
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah, totally.
then they block off all the streets,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually really nicely coordinated, I have to say.
Well, this is like
If
their
the hat
4th or
tip,
5th year
they have-
doing it now, so they
since
get it.
2018.
Yeah.
So and then they missed 2020, obviously. But they had it perfect. I never felt like cattle herded in anywhere. But you had enough time to watch a show in the park, make your way over
main
to the
stage?
beach,
Oh.
and 5 minutes later there was another really cool they called them main stage 1 and 2, but really it was they were similar sizes. Maybe the one on the beach was a little bigger, but over on the beach after Robert Randolph Band, then they had the Revivalists. And then you went back over and they had the Hives.
Okay, they're cool.
The Hives were cool as hell.
Yeah.
That band has tons of swagger.
Yeah.
The lead singer
They're great
talks
at
to you for a
performing.
couple of minutes in between songs. He's funny. They're Swedish. And there's one part where he goes, "Are you guys ready to hear Bruce Springsteen tomorrow?" And everyone's screaming. And he goes, "Would you like to hear a Bruce Springsteen song?" And everybody screams, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I hear he'll be playing them tomorrow. We're going to play a song by the Hives." And then they go right into a song. And I was like, that was funny. Just warming up the Bruce crowd,
Yeah,
teasing
man.
them a little bit. But then after the Hives, then the Black Crows played on the beach
They play
again.
their classics.
Played a little of they played a little of the new stuff, most of the
They
classics.
have new stuff.
Yeah, they have stuff that they released on Howard Stern about 6 months ago, and it's not bad.
Okay.
But they played the classics. Then you go back to the park, and 311 played 8 to 9.
One of my favorites.
And I have to admit, I was so burnt out from the 6.5 hours I was there. I listened to Noah Kahan as I'm walking out.
Wow, you didn't stay for him. I saw he had good energy on the stage too.
No, he's cool. He's really cool. And look,
he's
if
like folky, right? Like folky bluegrass
dude,
rock.
I have to tell you, after 311 brings the energy up here, I didn't want to stay for folky.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
311's a closer, man. They're a closer.
Absolutely. And they were so crisp and so clean, and everything was just so honed for an hour.
Did Peanut beat that thing?
Yeah, of course.
Did Chad Sexton do his drum solo?
Of course. But they did revised versions because it was an hour, not an hour and a half or hour 45 like they usually do. But it was a lot of fun, and I kind of weighed it. Should I come early, see Robert Randolph, or should I stay late? And the UFC was at the Sphere that night. I wanted to see that. I got home at
Which the visuals on that were sick.
Ridiculous. Yeah. I got home at 9:56 and it started at 10. So I was like,
could it not be though? Like I think anything that you'd have to do in that facility would have to be the tippy top of the pyramid.
Absolutely insane. Let me just check to make sure that Teddy didn't message me.
What are you smiling at, Neil?
Oh, he said
He's over there smiling. What are you smiling at, bro?
Teddy said 16 minutes ago he's en route, so that means he's going to be here hopefully another
soon.
5 to 10
so
minutes.
I give the admiration to the production crew on that because putting up a stage like that is no joke. Putting up a stage like that on the beach is its own complete different mega structure project.
I think that what they have to do is put pilings in.
They do, and then they have to ballast it, and then because you have the wind.
There's no way you could just
the video wall stuff is super heavy, and the sand obviously sinks, and
they're probably doing it a week before. Like they're starting.
Their setup is no joke.
Oh my god, and they put so much into it. Have you seen the overhead views of when Bruce was there?
I did. I just saw it on social before. I saw the arm swinging one, and I saw another one that was like a still. I mean, it's a genius idea on their part because they could just put like sound relay halfway the distance of whatever.
And they did.
And they're not like, boxed into a certain amount of seatage that they can do because it's technically open air, so there's no permit, right? And it's outside, and they just sold the beach. It was, in the picture it was vast. What would you say that was? Like
40,000?
40,000. So
is the
distance wise, that would be probably 5 to 10,000 feet of people.
Well, it went
more actually.
It went from 7th Avenue to 4th Avenue.
So 3 city blocks, whatever the measurement is on a city block. Can you find that out, Neil? What's the measurement of a city block? You're going to be my Fred right now.
And a lot of people had just walked down the boardwalk and then weren't able to get past but they still could hear it clear as day.
So how did they stop? Did they stop pedestrian traffic on the boardwalk at a certain
point?
Oh,
yeah. It was completely barricaded.
Okay.
What they also did was put like stanchions and stands.
Yeah.
So there's no way to walk past it. Yeah. But what they did do was gave boats a place where they could anchor their boats. That's cool.
So they sold tickets for that too.
They had a row of boats, man.
Did they sell? Do you think was there police out there?
Yeah.
I bet
you they sold boat tickets or something like it. Oh, Teddy's calling me. All right, we are back and we are getting in on some amazing pizza. We're here with Teddy, the owner of Tremonto's Pizza. I say it's like the Bermuda Triangle of Wanamassa, Ocean Township, and Asbury Park, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That little corner there.
Yeah.
But Teddy was nice enough to make me a special pie. I said I wanted meatball and garlic thin crust and knocked it out of the park, man.
Yeah.
This thing smells amazing. We already know that you use the best ingredients. The food is awesome. We're getting in on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going in, Teddy. Yeah, oh my goodness.
And I haven't had anything that tastes like that in a month.
Enjoy
the tomato sauce is so good, bro.
It's fine. Secret recipe.
That is not from a jar.
No, definitely not.
Wow.
Is this Prego?
Oh my God. Moment of silence for this delicious pizza.
That's why I took 2.
Just take it in, soak it in, appreciate it.
I definitely appreciate you, man. Yeah. So, anything fun happened the past month or so for your business?
Yeah, we've been doing a ton of catering. We fed all the teachers of Asbury Park School. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
It was really cool. I did through the mayor, John. And then we did the Jersey, what was it? Pizza Jam.
The Pizza Jam. So that was
And
what, 15 other pizza
15
shops?
other pizzerias. Manja, Roma, a bunch of great establishments.
Manja does great
and yeah,
stuff,
they're
too.
awesome. The owner lives near us, and he comes to my shop.
Great.
You know,
So you guys have a good rapport
yeah,
with
no,
them.
they're
That's
they're a
awesome.
great family.
So where'd you finish?
We got judges first place.
Hell yeah,
And
you did.
we arrived like 2.5 hours after they started. So like all the people for the People's Choice. Shout out to Manja for winning the People's Choice.
Manja here in Shrewsbury?
Manja
One
and
of
Jackson?
them, yeah. one
Yeah,
of
the
them,
same teams.
yeah.
It's Shrewsbury, Jackson, and where's the third? I think there's one in
Not
Tom's
too-
River or
not too
something.
sure, yeah.
You can always say Tom's River, and it's usually the right.
Probably, but that was cool. You know, a lot of people left towards the end, and we were actually the last. I was telling the judge too. I'm like, save some room. All right, you're gonna want to save some room because we ain't playing games over here. You know.
So what'd you bring with you?
I brought the Tri-State. You know, everybody flips out over this
That's this
because
right here.
you know that's my marinara recipe. You know, and it's
And your
just
vodka sauce is killer,
the
too.
vodka and even the pesto we make, and with the cheese on the bottom on the thin, crispy grandma crust. It's just it's like every bite's a different experience. You know, like you can't really decide. You don't want to go plain as that. That's like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Right there. You know what I mean? And you could just taste the it's like soul food. You know what I
love
mean?
it.
You could
And
taste
then when
the
you
love.
get that pesto, it's completely different flavor,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Vodka
it's
sauce,
nut-free.
marinara, they're both got
Yeah.
tomato base, but then you got your pesto.
Yeah, and a lot of people that don't like pesto, they love our pesto. Like I've told them, like, listen, it's nut free. I make it. Trust me, it's not like your typical pesto with like too strong. It's just right. You
So
know?
it's
and they
herbs,
love it.
but not nuts. You don't have
No
the
nuts.
pine nuts in it.
No nuts.
Do you put Parmesan in there?
Yeah.
And do you put cream in there?
Yes.
Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
But and oil and banging.
And just give us the whole recipe.
You want a piece?
I'm like,
Heck yeah, I want a piece.
that'll
Here's
do.
my-
He nods on some, but you know what? You could tell
Tell-
people exactly how to make it, and they won't
It
make
still
it.
won't
the
make
same.
it the
you can
same.
never
Yeah, we
duplicate
talked
it.
about that last time.
It's all in techniques. Mm-hmm. But I have to tell you, for those of you who don't know, when we had Teddy on the last time, we were like spitballing ideas to make a pizza, right? And we said
recall.
maybe we should do an EGT pizza. And you
Yeah.
and I had just had the discussion the previous week. My favorite pasta was tortellini, right?
Yeah.
So Sergio Navaretti comes into your shop, and he asks for this pizza.
Okay.
He says, "Will you make the EGT pizza?" And what'd you say?
I said, you're damn right I will. And he even brought in the tortellini because he wanted
Really?
like the tricolor
Yeah.
and this, that. So they made the essential gatto pie.
So he made
and he loved
the
it.
tricolor tri-state, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So he made this pizza with tortellini on it.
Wow.
And Sergio said it was an absolute like carb paradise.
yeah.
Really?
He was like, dude,
My
it was
man.
just the best of both worlds. Just
It was
really
a work
tasty
of art.
pizza. It looked beautiful. We have a picture of it. I'll have that in post.
Yeah.
You'll see that right here. And he messaged me right away. And he was like, I went in. Teddy said, if you bring in the tortellini, we'll handle it. And then you guys set it up for another time. And he came in and he brought it to you.
Yeah.
And you made dreams happen, man. We
That's what I'm here
just
for.
spitballed an idea, and boom, it became a reality.
gotta
That's
do
it.
it.
And that's
We-
what it's all about, too, because, I look at this like an art.
Yep.
You know, always since I was growing up, I like to draw anything like artistic or that I could recreate and step back and, feel good about creating,
Yeah.
That's what it's about to me. And my wife, we want everything to be perfect. We want to make everybody happy. Sometimes it's a downfall because one thing I learned in this business, you can't make everybody happy.
Of course.
As much as you try, you know what I mean? But I think we do a good job, with the community, and we help out with sponsorships, the little leagues,
Yeah, you guys
the
sponsor OT
schools.
Little League, right?
Yeah,
As
so
long as you're proud of what you're doing,
I'm
man,
definitely that.
people are going to just feel your
They
vibe.
see it.
They're
They
going to know
see
that
it.
you're enjoying what you're doing, and they're going to come and support you, which they have, right?
Yeah, no,
You've
for
had
the
a
love and
really-
support we get from the beginning, and they could tell, like, when somebody's passionate about something
I mean, you
rather
can tell
than
Leanna just loves
oh,
being
she
there, man.
seriously,
She
I don't
pours
even
so much
know.
passion into that place, and you can tell every time you show up.
She is something else. Seriously,
Teddy too,
like,
bro. Even as busy as he is, if you know Teddy, and you come into the shop, he'll come
take
out
time
from
for
the
you, right?
kitchen.
oh,
come
always.
out, talk
Yeah,
to you.
Always. I'll
Yeah.
go out of my way for, anybody. You know what I mean? As long as there's, love, respect, we're all here.
And there is,
For
man. I mean,
good food, good moods,
I said it to him before. I'll say it again. We love good business, but we love good people more than we love good business.
Yeah.
And if you're a good person running a great business, that's a win for EGT.
Of
because
course.
It just makes it easy
And
to want to promote.
You got to love what you do, too. People can tell. You know, I just literally, me and Lee had a customer say, like, you know what, compared to the last owners, like, we could really tell, like, how much you guys care.
You guys take pride in
we
it.
put so much work into it, and we're damn proud of it.
And what I would say is you don't take a day off. And what I mean by that is you don't walk in and you're like, nah, the window pizza doesn't look that great today, and it doesn't look like
No
there's
way.
anything creative. That is like a piece of you in that window every time, right?
Of course,
so
you're
wanna,
representing us. And, I mean, listen, I pretty much make the counter pies, and
Yep.
I'm like the main pizza guy, the chef, the owner, the boss, the cook, the everything. Leanna does the shopping. She's the boss. She cooks sometimes. She'll spin pies. I mean, we're everywhere.
and
Our
honestly,
day off
she is
is
the like heart and soul when you walk in there, right?
definitely.
She's doesn't matter how busy she is. Every time I walk in there, looks up.
Always all
PJ,
smiles.
how you doing?
What's
I
better
love it.
than a beautiful woman greeting
Yep.
you at the door?
I mean,
you know?
there's a lot worse in this world.
Yeah.
No, so
A
you're,
lot of places you go to, people you could tell they don't want to be there.
They're down, head
pissed
down,
off,
grumpy.
They're, you know what I mean? And that a lot of the times because the bosses aren't there.
Exactly.
So I mean, me and Lee, we're there all the time. I take my little break. She has, one day she leaves early, one day I leave early. We
take the puppy
alternate.
out, right?
Yeah, I
Take
got
the
to take the
puppy for a
dog out. I
walk.
got a big Great Dane puppy.
Yeah.
So but it just works. She's like the other, like
Love it.
everything.
You guys are a
know?
team, and you're a
course.
very good team. I mean,
Thank you.
If you guys are just tuning in, this pizza is absolutely insane.
It is really good.
So over here to my right, we got thin crust, the meatballs, handmade meatballs. There's just no doubt about it
Sliced
that everything
thin,
is fresh.
put on nice.
Yeah, I kind of don't like when it's just big heaping pieces
Chunks
of
of
meatball.
ball, yeah.
It's
'Cause
got
there's
to
no
be
balance
thin
to
sliced.
that, right?
Yeah, it's got to be thin
This, you get a
sliced.
balance. You get the meat, you get the tomato, you get a little bit of the herbs, you get everything in a bite.
Yeah.
Speaking of big bites, the EGT Colossus, man.
And
You
that
made
thing
that
was
one
crazy,
time.
yeah.
He took pizza dough. I think I brought it here, right? Folded it in half, cooked the pizza dough halfway, and then we did grilled chicken.
No, this
We
does
did-
not come here.
Yeah, it definitely came here. Balsamic.
It didn't make it here,
no,
did
it came
It
here.
made it here?
Mozzarella. You know,
He
right?
had it. He had it.
This
I didn't-
guy knows
I
what I'm
didn't eat
talking
it, and I'm
about.
going to tell you. This is why I don't remember it. I can tell you why I didn't eat it.
Balsamic?
Yeah, I don't eat balsamic. I don't.
Yeah,
do
but look,
balsamic.
have you had Tremonto's
No,
balsamic?
and that's
All
where you know what, dude?
We're here
I,
to change not only lives but
Yep,
minds.
change
I do
Mindset.
regret that because on this
Palates.
show I have tried things that like I've never had pickles on a chicken sandwich before and stuff like that, and like revolutionized. So I'll make good on
The
that.
palate changes every
Yeah.
6 or
7
7
years, yeah.
I'll make
years.
good on that.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I think what EGT teaches you is that if things are made correctly and in balance, you'll like it.
Yeah.
It's not like all pickles when you're biting.
Sometimes
It's not,
with ingredients, sometimes less is more.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, it's
absolutely.
all about that balance.
Balance.
You know,
And that's why I say I love this style of meatball. You get everything in the bite, and it's got
I wanna have
garlic on it.
another slice.
Get into it. I'm gonna try one of these.
Which is fantastic. The reason why I haven't been talking is because I've literally been over here. Everybody probably hears it in the microphone. I've just been over here eating the entire time. The entire time. Teddy took 2 bites of that pizza.
Yeah, listen to this bite, right?
Meanwhile,
And that
There you
is
go.
45 minutes now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This pizza is out of this world.
this is good, man. How often do you clean your ovens? Because that's like a big part of the
So-
deal, right? Like it's like cleaning an ice cream machine.
Some people don't like to clean their ovens.
It gives you that
all right?
that blackening on the bottom.
No,
right?
you always clean them like that. So I take the brush to it probably every like couple minutes. You know, it depends how many pies are going in because you don't want the flour and stuff on the bottom to build up and get that black. And, you know, some people will call it char. It's black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is the...
Is there multiple different levels of how you clean it? Like, is there just a wipeout versus like a certain type of clean?
You could do a wipeout and then a deep clean. There's a lot of different ways, but I mean, you know, too often we just like, as long as you keep it clean and, you know, steady, you know, you don't have to do it too often.
I'm in freaking paradise.
Yeah, this
right
meat.
now.
Well, that's great. This was a great call on this meatball pie, by the way, with the garlic.
Yeah, the garlic sets it off, too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, I think this may be one of my new favorites. I was all about the angry grandma, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, it's one of my new
meatball
favorites.
goods?
Meatball and garlic to me is
so good.
everything I want in a
Yeah.
pizza. Look, I like all the different toppings. I like sausage and peppers and onions. I like bacon on a pizza sometimes. You know, bacon and onion.
Bacon and
is a
onion.
perfect
Yep,
combo.
that's a good one.
Sometimes I'll do jalapeno and pepperoni because then you get the
Jalapeno's
heat
bomb.
and the spice with some
Those
honey.
good roasted red peppers on a pizza is really
Wow.
good, too.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah, like a
actually.
chicken cutlet, fresh mozzarella, roasted red pepper.
Then you're doing
ricotta.
a caprese pizza, basically, right?
That's our sexy Italian.
Yeah,
we
there
have
you
a pie
go.
like that.
There you go. But this to me, it just spoke to. I was like, I gotta have meatball and garlic. Maybe it's just such a great
Especially
combo.
if it's a great meatball. Too. It's got to be a good meat.
Yeah,
You
if
could
it's
tell.
bland and boring
You know how many
meatballs-
of these companies I had try and push frozen meatballs on me and say, "Oh, well, you save labor, this and that." Hell no.
you
know
don't
what
get
I mean?
repeat customers for your meatballs.
Nah, no way. And everybody loves our meatballs, so you know.
And I think you judge an Italian spot by a couple specific things.
Yeah.
One of them, obviously, their tomato sauce. One of them, the meatball quality. And then another one for me is how well can you do like a chicken parm or a chicken parm hero.
Really?
You know?
A big one for me, and I talked to Teddy about this last time, is cheese.
Yeah, of course.
You
It's
could
gotta be
tell
high
when
quality
it's
cheese.
If you're not,
shit.
yeah.
If it's that
You know.
like
You're not using like
orange,
100%
melty,
grande or what.
yeah.
I don't know if that's what
Yeah.
you use or what, but like you gotta get the high end cheese.
Definitely.
It's your
Spend
product.
the
man.
money.
I
It's your product.
guarantee I buy the most expensive cheese on the market. I won't say what, all right?
Yeah, there's no
but
need. But you taste it. You taste the quality. You're not an oily, gross, yellow, orange mess.
no, and it holds too. If I leave a
Tangy.
pie from the morning till night, if it makes it, you know, there's maybe a slice or two that does. You could barely tell, and that's how you know the hold up on it, the look, everything.
Well, this is not an easy market here in New Jersey. You know, I grew up eating window pizza as a kid. You know,
Yeah.
dollar slice, 75-cent slice, $1.25. It was a while ago. Don't
that
get it
sounds
twisted.
those are ancient times.
Yeah. But
Yep.
you know, we got as kids, we got real. I grew up with a pizzeria right down the street. I grew up in Oakhurst, right?
Yeah.
So we got really, really efficient at evaluating a window pie. Just from the look of it, we could tell how long it's been. Not as kids, we didn't have it to an exact science, but we could tell it's been sitting out all day. It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
you warm it up, it's gonna be crappy.
Yeah.
You know, and then I would walk out of places based off of that.
Yeah.
Plenty of times. Like, nah, I'm not gonna spend my money. on that.
Oh, so what's your preferred method on how to reheat pizza? I think this is an important technique that people just don't
Is
know.
the pan
At
right? I do it
home?
in a pan.
At home, I
Tiniest
think
little drop of water, right? Make
I
it
think the
steam?
pan. That's exactly.
And put a cover on
that's
top of it so it
or
steams up.
you know, listen, an air fryer,
fryer
is
is the best.
sick.
My wife does that too.
You know, it like
Makes it new again.
it
almost.
really, yeah, seriously.
As long as you don't overdo it, because air fryer real
They are
quick,
strong. They will
real
come
quick
at you
and
like
turn it into
yeah.
crispy, like burnt cheese.
Yeah.
You got to go like on the
Keep
right
it on
temperature
350,
and do
you
like
know.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
Usually do the pan, the tiniest bit of water,
Yeah.
little lid over it to get the
you're basically
steam back in
steaming
there
your
again.
Pizza and
That's
it's-
the best way. I think the best way is in a pan with that lid. You know.
I'm even the same way about pasta. I mean, I grew up Italian American kid, but like we would throw pasta back in a pan with a little bit of oil on it instead of sticking it in the microwave for however many
Because the
minutes.
Can't
microwave,
put the-
all it's
yeah,
going to
you
do
can't
is
put that
evaporate
back.
any of the liquid that's left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just
the
like
sauce.
congealed mess, and then you're like, this
I'm
isn't
not a
fun.
big microwaver.
No.
You guys make pasta dishes at Tremonto's too?
Of course, yeah. We make fire pasta dishes like the penne vodka, even the pesto burrata, or the blackened chicken fettuccine
They
alfredo.
all sound really good. I usually have I'm very focused on pizza when I know that I'm coming to you. Like, I'm
yeah,
getting
no,
pizza,
I get it. So my
you know?
plan, the reason I have so many items on a menu, is because I wanted people to kind of like live outside the place. It's not just I feel like pizza come once a week. It's I have people that are coming a few days a week. I got a few people that come every day or every other day, like they live out the store. They're not feeling this, they can go with this.
Yeah.
The other, you know what I mean? Like,
So you have sandwiches and fries,
paninis,
and
everything. I'll cater anything. You know what I mean? Because I could pretty much make anything. You know what I mean? If anybody wants to put in something special, I don't mind. Like,
tell me about this private event space that you're getting in now. Like, are you're catering events or functions in general? Like, this is going to be your entree, or are you doing like
is it an
ancillary
side
stuff?
piece?
So like late night pizza stuff for a wedding, maybe, or something like that.
I mean, if somebody wanted to do something special like that, we could. But I mean, typically right now, it's just a lot of catering. Like we have all the car dealerships, the schools, Asbury schools coming to us.
awesome.
You know what I mean?
Dude, if I worked at a car dealership and I was getting Tremonto's pizza for lunch, I'd be working
and
there
they
a long
eat good.
time.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
they
they do.
eat good.
You got high-end car dealers over there, though.
Costco loves it. I mean, everybody shows us love, and it's just, it makes us proud to feed our
And
community.
that just supports your business so much more, right? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, if you have a couple of those, that's going to carry the business a bit.
Oh, definitely, dude. We do enough catering that it almost does, So, and I love catering. I love the intensity. I love making the dishes. I love planning it out.
Dude,
I
let's
love
get you a
working with my
pizza trailer
team.
or a pizza truck,
But that's
and then start selling it to weddings. For the way out the door. The other night I did a wedding. They had Mr. Softy come at the end of the night.
Yeah,
park his
that's
truck
cool.
outside, make milkshakes and ice cream for everybody, sell out the truck at whatever cost you want, and then just let people eat. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, if anybody want to do something like that, the possibilities are endless. You never know. But, I definitely wanted to perfect this store and then,
see what happens after that.
see what happens. I mean, we're having a great time doing it. It's a lot of work. I'll tell you
course it
that.
is.
Me and my wife, we work
It's
our
80,
asses off.
85 hours a week, not 30, 20, 10,
I always,
or more.
I always heard this, and it rings true. You quit a 40-hour week job
to
to
work
work
80.
for yourself, to work 80 to 100 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you do something you love and you're passionate about it, and you would work 24 hours a day if that's what it took.
Yeah.
Because it's yours now. It's your vision.
And you
It's
do
what
work
want.
24 hours a day.
Yeah.
You
Even
get
when you're sleeping, you
emails,
got
you're worried
that
about
thing
food
going.
orders.
I have nightmares, right?
forgetting to do something,
Dreams. That, like, did I leave the door open or like this? But the mind never stops. Even when we get home, we're plotting, planning. Trying
You
to.
know what I was thinking? I was thinking the catering does a great job of keeping the prices comfortable for your guests that come to your restaurant. And what I mean by that is you're supplementing enough with the catering that you don't feel
you don't
the
have to
need to have
overcharge,
to hit the,
yeah.
over the head.
Yeah, I think
with raisin
listen,
prices
there's a
and
lot
raisin
of
prices.
people that price gouge, and they're ridiculous, but
Because they're trying to stay open. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, making the loyal customers pay more is not going to keep you open.
no,
long.
there's some
they're gonna get
things
priced out.
like like where on a few items on our menu we decided to go up on just because we had to. In the beginning, you don't realize every single thing, what you're actually paying, what you need to make. I mean,
Right.
we did, but you always got to make your
It's only with
adjustments
experience
and
that
then
you get a real
yeah,
You can refine it.
So
And you take a loss on certain things to make
yeah,
something on
I
the
definitely
others.
think we're more than fair price.
I've never gone in there and gone, damn, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
For what you get and the quality of what you get,
Yeah. We
with the
should
prices
be charging more, you know, but
just
I
gonna
don't
say, with the
I don't
prices of-
want to, you know, I'd rather get more volume,
quantify
you know what I mean?
versus-
and,
exactly.
you know, build the relationships with people.
And that's what I mean.
You
Just
know.
grab another catering job and do that.
I would
And
love
that will-
to.
I'm saying,
Yeah, we love catering.
build that side of the business, and then these get to be what they are,
Yeah.
and people get to enjoy it for less than $45.
Yeah.
Like some
Hey,
places
you know
are
what's
charging.
crazy though? All right, I swear it happened 2 weeks ago. All right, when they order and when they all, especially the dealerships, they all call the same damn day. All right, and it's crazy.
Yeah, they're like,
if
we
you
all
see,
want lunch.
I'm actually posting a video of what we did for the school
Nice.
and that weekend catering. Probably like tomorrow, or the next day, but like it's crazy to
And you
see
edit your
how
own
we do
videos,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So he's doing that. too?
Yeah.
Yep. So I put a little pizzazz on
Do
it.
you
you
sleep
know.
at all?
What
Not
what
really.
dealerships are over there now? They moved Land Rover out, and Land Rover's on 36. What took their place? It's another high-end spot, isn't
Land
it?
Rover. What is it, Lexus?
Is that no? Lexus is down 35
Lexus is
further. What's the
35.
one that's closer to you by
Oh,
across from the old
Maserati.
Maserati?
Maserati.
That used to be the
then you
old
got
Land Rover
Jeep
place.
over there. Ford.
Has
I mean, all
Maserati
of them.
brought you in for some food? Nice.
Maserati eats.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, well, they're selling
like to-
Maseratis,
Yeah,
bro.
they are selling Maseratis, and they have good taste in food, great taste in
And
food.
they better not be nickel and diming.
They are not. They tip well. They tip well too.
Good.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out
Well,
to
they
them.
appreciate the finer things in life, and then they order you and realize, oh, this is the finer things
Definitely.
around here. Mm-hmm. Once again, we're with Teddy McGarris. He's the owner of Tramonto's Pizza. Like I said, it's in that little like window of Ocean Township meets Wanamasso meets Asbury Park. It's on Sunset, but it's very close to 35.
Yeah.
Wegmans is over there. It's a great spot because you get people coming off the beach.
It's
during
like the main
summertime.
line into Asbury
Yep.
too,
Yeah.
off 35.
Yep.
So we always have like the traffic comes to a dead stop on that street.
Yeah, and people just look and go.
It's right
"Oh,
across
shit."
No,
from a
they turn their
7-Eleven.
heads, especially because we got all the art on the windows
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like it pops.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like.
Right next to the Sunset Diner,
You know,
which
now,
is also family
this
biz.
week we're gonna do like Halloween themed
Heck
stuff, and you know we like to do that for the neighborhood, the kids, and you know what I mean, to brighten up the neighborhood. One day I want to do a mural on the side of the wall with a big sunset,
Didn't
or like
you
just
say that at the beginning of this, people were giving you shit about it?
About-
the murals and stuff. I mean, about the window
yeah,
art?
the town.
town.
No, not the window art.
Okay.
They wouldn't let me do the sides. I'm like, why?
yeah.
I'm like,
Of the
It's
building?
cool, right?
Yeah,
and
you know,
it's just-
like-
it's Asbury Park, right?
It
Well, it's
pretty
Ocean
much,
Township.
but it's the same
That's
zip
it, you're
code
not-
as Asbury
but
Park.
you're
Yeah,
not
but it's
dealing
still
with the
Ocean
Asbury
Township.
dealing
Park
with Ocean
Committee.
Township.
Yeah, it's
Asbury
Ocean
Park
Township.
is all art.
They love us. We have an exceptional relationship
Just
with
took a little time
everybody
to
on the
get there, right?
board. You know, yeah. But you know, they didn't. We could do it.
But
you know?
they needed to know what you brought to the table, and now they see
Yeah,
it.
of course. I didn't want to just do. I'm more of like a better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, me
but,
too.
You
Me
know,
too.
with
Sometimes-
that stuff, I'm not doing all that and then having somebody tell me
Yeah.
to take
Yeah.
it
Now you
down
gotta
because
paint over
I
it.
won't.
Yeah.
It ain't
Then
coming
you'll be a
down.
fight.
I could see
gonna
OT
burn this
being an
road down.
issue with that type of stuff on the frontage. They have all of these rules that you have to
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's-
And you know what? If they let one business, then they have to let them all. And there's going to be people that push it and do stuff that
Yeah.
shouldn't be on walls, and you know it could get uncomfortable.
Well, it should
if
be
it's
able to
wrong.
be approved.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
get, like,
If
a
I'm
permit
trying,
for it or
you know, this is
something,
something
Township
beautiful.
committee
I'm not
comes
trying
out.
to put graffiti and
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's see what the future brings. Does anybody come in from the town into your spot?
yeah, they come all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
OTPD, the township
Uh-huh.
worker,
Yeah.
stuff like
Police
So you get the
officers,
police
the
officers in there, right?
firefighters. You know, we also give 10% off at the counter to
Nice.
Law
firefighters,
enforcement.
police, school
Yeah.
teachers
Good for
with
you.
Very
IDs.
good.
You know, take care of the people that take care of us, and you know.
Yeah.
that. Got one of Massive Fire
So,
Department right down
yeah,
the street there.
That's what it's
Yep.
about.
Yep.
You know.
And they're volunteers, so they could use the break.
Yeah, we always take care of those guys.
And those people are looking for good, reliable pizza spots to
Yeah.
go to.
because
so-
they work all the time, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they,
You know.
Sure.
if they fall in love with your pizza, they're a 2-time a week,
Yeah.
visit. You know.
Yeah. They eat. They
Sure
eat.
they
Everybody
do.
eats.
So you said you wanted to get out of here before too long. We don't want to hold you up.
I
but
got like
it's 8:15.
5-10 minutes.
All right. So
yeah.
we appreciate you coming, man. The food
Yeah, the
is
pizza is
amazing.
incredible, bro.
Appreciate you.
What's on the horizon for you? Are there things that you want to do now? keeping things quiet, trying to figure out the next move, or are you just gonna settle in more with Tremontos?
So right now I'm trying to kind of change and enhance my menu.
Always gotta
looking
be adapting,
into
right?
some new branding options and
Cool.
new designs. And yeah, I mean pretty much it for now. My first thing is clearing that up with the menu stuff and this and that, and then I want to go on a damn vacation.
Yeah, that's
Me
what
and
I'm
my
saying.
wife. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
We're thinking of just maybe 4 or 5 days,
Yeah.
something. Maybe
I'm
next
sure-
week.
You have a spot in
Yeah.
mind?
Maybe next
so
week.
yeah,
A
could be
staycation
could
or
be
go?
next
Are you
week.
gonna go
Staff,
somewhere?
if you didn't know, he might be taking next week off.
yeah. Just pretty much.
Would you keep it open?
To what? Yeah. I
That's the
think we
question,
have.
right? Yeah.
We've built a really good team to where we can trust it. Especially, listen, on a Friday, I don't know, because Friday is like
Monday, Tuesday,
crazy.
Wednesday, Thursday, get
Yeah,
back for
weekends ain't happening. I don't know for how long, but
Yep.
because it's just too busy. It's really busy on the weekends,
course.
And
And that would be tough to even do to them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because they would have to be the jack of all trades
Uh-huh.
and do a little of everything. And that, I mean, you're settled into it. Like, there's nothing like an owner that just takes it all on himself and then leaves, and then
Yeah.
everybody's like, "What the
Well,
hell
the
do we
good
do?"
thing I gotta say about our staff is they care almost as much as us.
But that's
you
great.
know?
You found the
so
right
they
people,
care.
right?
Yeah, we have the right
It takes
people.
some time.
It does,
And-
because they always said, an employee will never care as much as the owner. You know what I mean?
Of course,
But
they're
that's
just not invested in that.
yeah,
But
so-
if the owner takes care of them, they care about the owner,
Yeah.
which then means they care about the
yes,
business.
yeah,
And you just need to find the right people that put the thought about the business before they're wanting to get out 5 minutes
Yeah.
early, or my calling out because I wanted to go do something else.
Yeah.
You get those reliable people, and I'm sure you can agree. Of
course.
you hold on to them like glue.
Yep. You feed them pizza.
yeah.
pizza.
That usually works.
And anything else that's on the table, you make sure they're safe.
Neil, you're gonna have a piece of the.
You're gonna have a
pesto
piece
one?
of the.
Come on, man.
Come
Come get food, bro.
You gotta head to Tremonto's Pizza because you do not want to miss this.
Boom.
So you've been in your shop so often that you probably don't know what's going on TikTok, but my old co-host is huge on TikTok now, and he came in last week and did a show here.
Okay.
And he's one of the Costco guys. Have you ever heard of these?
No.
It's him and his son, and they are the Costco guys, AJ and Big Justice, and they blew up by doing a Boomer Doom segment for food, and they did a Costco trip to Costco and just talk about it. Of course I got that for you, homie.
Oh,
So they
Just worried about going
they
in front of
go,
the camera.
That's all right. It's that kind of show, right? So yeah, they blew up, and he did a Twitch show here last week. We had a couple other
Cool.
big influencers here last
Nice.
week, and they say boom every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He's flexing, doing boom, so funny.
Yeah, lots of booms.
And it
man.
gets
A
stuck
lot
in
of
their
boom.
heads, and they're just doing boom to everything
Boom.
now.
Now I just want to say boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch a few of the videos, and you're going to be saying it for
Alright.
a long time. Just AJ and Big Justice. Shout out to AJ and Big Justice. Great to see you guys last week.
You guys are missing the pizza.
That's right. AJ is definitely sad. Even though he likes meat, all meat, he loves himself a good pizza.
Yeah.
And he loves meatballs.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what else to say, man.
I
This
don't know,
stuff
dude.
is
I'm so busy
delicious.
shoving food in my face.
I'm
I was
trying
so
to
pumped.
just do one of each, and I'm good. Everything inside me wants to eat two
No,
more.
good for you, man.
But that's it. Man. Treats.
I
Thank
w-
you.
I thought
Thank
That
like
was
for
my
having
birthday
me. It was
present.
fun.
Thank
Well,
you
happy
so much.
birthday,
Yeah.
Thank
brother.
you, brother.
I thought
Appreciate
that because PJ was on his weight loss journey and you were coming in, and I was like, man, Teddy's not going to be bringing pizza tonight. And then I got a text from him at about 3 o'clock
He's
that was like,
bringing pizza.
Teddy said he's going to bring a meatball and garlic pie and something else. And I was like,
That's right.
I didn't even say
Dinner
anything to
time.
him yet about it, because he was like, is there going to be food? And I was like,
Look,
I
we
doubt
would have
it.
Teddy on the show anytime he wants to,
Yes,
and he
I-
doesn't
just
have
bring
to
food.
bring
I was
food.
excited that you
great
brought food.
time. Great
But
guys.
this coming with you just makes a great time even more complete, right?
We did this like our second or third show. You're
Yeah.
like one of our first or second guests.
one of the most easy to hang with
Yeah.
and just shoot the breeze and have fun.
Definitely.
And we learned that we can support this business with all the energy we have because it's just really good.
And I really appreciate that, man. Especially I see you online. You're always,
I do, man. I try.
commenting.
Every time I
and,
see somebody mention Tremontos, I make sure I go
Always.
on there and I just reinforce.
We
And
do it too.
that's so appreciated too,
Hell
because
yeah.
you know online, half the world, that's what you got to rely on.
direct
these
to market,
days,
man.
You know what I mean?
There
It's-
is nothing more valuable than grassroots marketing.
Yeah.
There just is nothing. I mean, you watch an ad or you watch a clip on something, it's got an impact because
Yeah.
it looks visual, it looks fun. But somebody giving you their experience and saying, bro, you got to try the blah, blah, blah. Try the angry grandma, their vodka sauce is killer.
Yeah.
You're going to go for that reason.
Yeah.
And when you do, you make your own opinion. But chances are you're already skewed to thinking it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So as long as it holds up,
Yeah.
man, then you got a new fan.
Every touch is great, you know.
I almost worry about that in the beginning because everybody was hyping us
Right,
up.
and you're like, are we that good? Or
I'm
are we
like,
just getting
I'm like, I
supportive people?
hope like it's not too hyped to where the standards are like all the way up here till you
people are
get
like,
some
eh.
snob coming. It's like, oh, I thought it'd
Eh.
be different.
But
you know,
for
that-
every one
but-
of those, you get 20 people
Oh
that are
yeah,
so
man.
happy.
Dude.
I mean, it's
and
just like craft beer.
I
man. You
love
get the
making
same
people
styles.
happy. So does Lee. Like we love seeing the smiles on
Yeah,
faces
yeah,
and
that's what
people
you get-
thanking
gets you out of
us.
bed in
and,
the morning to do it
yeah,
again, right?
seriously.
Do you
I
think that
mean,
you would benefit from somebody like Barstool's coming by your space? You know, like Dave, like evaluates basic pizza, right? He's
Yeah.
only looking
he's a
for
plain
cheese
thing,
pie.
Plain
cheese
guy.
pizza.
Yeah.
He doesn't do this stuff, and this
No.
stuff is what you showcase. So
Yeah.
Take
But
it or
I
leave
would,
it.
I
His
would show
cheese
him
pie
my
is great
plan.
too, but
you would do well with your plane because it's just good ingredients. It's fresh. It's clean.
Yeah.
It's cooked perfectly.
I would just
he would love
burn it for him.
Yeah, exactly. He just likes it crisp
He
and
literally
thin.
will judge like just off that.
Off
You know what I
flop
mean, it could be the
capability,
best
right?
damn
Carriage.
pizza
Yeah, the undercarriage.
ever, but if like it's not exactly what he's looking for,
Yeah.
you know, he'll
But
drop
he's
it.
clear
but,
about it. This is just my style. This is what I
Yeah.
like. But you know what? The exposure's good too.
Oh,
you know,
definitely,
If he gives you an
definitely.
8-2, an 8-2 is
Yeah.
a hell of a score.
I think
and people
I-
don't understand that.
Yeah, I always said we would get anywhere between an 8-1 and like an 8-6. I think.
And that's a hell of a
you
score.
know,
That's
yeah.
a great score.
People
Yeah.
don't understand. When he
That's-
said he'll go, fantastic pizza, love it so much, 8-1, and
Yeah.
people are like, oh, what is he doing?
8-1's good. We have an
For-
8-1 on the app right now.
That's
you
what I'm
know, but
saying.
some people did us in like a 9-4. They
Because
gave
people that are
us this and
impassioned
that.
about it
You
are
know,
gonna do
yeah,
the
they're actually
nines.
doing the by the ingredients and like every key factor of it, not just judging off solely off like one thing. You know what I
and
mean? Like,
I mean, yes, you should judge how somebody can do a plain cheese pie. That's
Mm-hmm.
fine, but you gotta give respect to the creativity in what you guys are doing.
yeah, definitely.
and that's
man.
not his thing. But
Yeah.
there's other reviewers.
I
out
think
there.
I can make it his thing.
it's
Of
not
course.
just that; it's
You
the
know?
balance too. It's the creativity and the balance of
Yeah.
it. Is
Yeah.
No
it has to
dominant
equal right.
feature.
Yeah.
You're not just tasting one thing. I hate when. All right, sausage, peppers, and onions.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when they're those little gritty, pebbly pieces of
Nah, you
sausage.
gotta have
Not
the
like the
nice
little
chunk-
balls?
the little
Yeah.
balls. That's how we do
Yeah,
it. I won't-
slices or balls.
Yeah.
Because some
You
of
like
it-
the sausage?
I like the
slices?
ball.
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's surface area and it's just like your meatball. It's same
Okay.
same concept.
Yeah, yeah.
But I hate when it's just like gravel. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a little
Like
sand
deer poop.
pebbles
Yeah,
all
no,
over.
I hate that.
Yeah,
Like
no
deer
thanks
poop.
to that.
I like the balls, but for me
You do?
the pepper
You do?
and onion has to be sliced thin.
Yeah.
If you don't
definitely.
slice the
Yeah.
pepper and onion thin,
Yeah.
then
No
it's
chunk.
game
Right, then
over
all
for
you're
me.
tasting
It
is
needs
that
to be
pepper.
super thin.
I like it when
I'll
it's got
toss
a
them to
little,
the side.
a
If I
little
see a
charness
chunk-
to the pepper and the pepper soft and yeah.
I'm gonna come in and have your sausage, peppers, and onion pie. You
That's what
call
I'm
it a
trying to
special
do
there?
here,
You like
warming
it.
you up to all the different things that you
Yeah.
can get when you go to this
There's
place.
so much stuff, and if you can't decide, I mean, I'll do a half and half. Or,
and go
you
get a
know,
cheesesteak. If you can't decide, he does kill the cheesesteak.
cheesesteaks. Really good.
That's another one now. Now I'm thinking about
Bro.
cheesesteak with mayo and ketchup.
And I gotta go back and eat clean,
Cali
bro,
style.
because
Oh,
I
my goodness, you're
I
killing
got
me
my-
right
Hey,
now.
got
I
my
have
mind.
amazing salads. All right,
There
we
you
are
go.
clean over here at Tremonto's.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I got like the harvest green. It's fun to eat a salad. Who wants to eat a plain old salad? Or you can,
No,
you know,
it's
we're
boring,
throwing
right?
cranberries, pecans,
Yes.
walnuts, apples. apples.
Yeah,
you
that
know.
sounds like a harvest made for
That's a
freaking
harvest
fall.
green,
Yeah, that's
you
a
know what I
friggin-
mean?
And what's
So-
the dressing that you put on it typically?
We do a raspberry vinaigrette, and it is, I'm telling you,
Win.
you want to drink it.
Yeah,
You
win.
know,
Good.
so it's a salad you want to eat.
Yeah.
You know, like something, one you look forward to. Even our Caesar salad. Like everywhere
Caesar
there's
salad.
just Parmesan. We make our own croutons. We use the real Parm flakes and the Pecorino Romano. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like just that extra stuff. That's
Yeah.
what's the
You want
difference
to sponsor
between.
my October?
Yeah, I love
Sounds
Caesar
friggin'
salad.
amazing.
I also, so I grew up Italian American, and it was a staple in my house. Is just romaine, like lettuce, with just oil and vinegar on it. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
have ever
Yeah,
had it just
simple,
like that. Or
easy.
salt, pepper,
Yep.
Yeah.
oil and vinegar.
We
and,
used to do a lemon and garlic
that was that
and
too.
oil. That
And
was
then
like a real Italian.
another weird thing that we did is we ate fruit after dinner.
Yeah, we did
Which
that.
is- we did- we did-
We
just
do
like
coffee,
sorbet. It's like
coffee
same
and crumb
concept.
cake or something.
But we also did before dinner we also did like provolone and the pitted
It's a piece of
the pitted
provolone.
Sicilian olives,
Your
like that are kind of
family
like
eats like
wilty
mine.
and semolina bread. So it'd be that
What
with
about
the
the
salad.
prosciutto wrapped pretzels?
And that's great too. But I also ate my salad at the end, not the beginning.
I
Before
eat
the
it
fruit.
mixed in. I like to eat a salad with the
My mom
meal,
does that
not
too.
Before, not like during.
Yeah, it's
I
They like
it's a
mixing
side
tomato
dish
sauce
of your
into
actual
it.
Yeah,
meal,
yeah.
right?
No, I eat everything separate. I'm weird like that.
See,
I don't know why.
yeah.
They're like, oh, it all goes to the same
My
place.
wife's
And I'm
like
like,
that,
yeah, but it doesn't
too.
all hit my
I'll
tongue at
mix
the
it
same
all in.
time.
Clears up the palate.
Yeah,
It's fresh.
you know?
It's crisp. When you're eating, some juicy lettuce, it
We sound like a
clears
bunch
up
of
your
fat
palate.
people over here talking,
Yeah.
like lusting over food
But we're
right
talking
now.
about the good healthy stuff
Yeah,
too, right?
we got 2 pizzas over here. We're talking about salads.
So good. What do you think about the pizza, Neil?
It's a boom.
It gets a boom.
Gets a big boom.
Boom.
You guys are funny.
All right, so I appreciate
Teddy.
you coming in, man. Love having you
you.
here. We'll have you here again.
Yeah.
You'll just hang out.
For sure.
You don't always have to bring pizza.
Yeah,
but
don't
we'd
feel
love
I'm
to
gonna
obligated.
bring pizza.
Bring cheesesteak
All
next time.
I'm bringing pizza. All right, I'll bring some cheesesteak next time.
And a salad with grilled chicken, and I'll sit over here and eat my
Alright.
salad with grilled
I'm
chicken.
gonna have some. Teddy and I are gonna have some salad after hours too.
Yes. All right.
Something of the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
So coming up in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some other fantastic businesses here, local. We are going to have a collab podcast next week with the Used to Be's podcast.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know what to expect, and that's fun. To
Yeah.
me. I think it's going to be a good time. So this is Dave Ippolito and Kurt Pellegrino. Kurt Pellegrino used to be in the UFC. Owned a gym down in Belmar, is opening up a new gym. But they have their own podcast. They reached out. They wanted to do a little collab. So we're going to have some fun next week.
Yeah.
Sounds
Thank you
cool.
again.
Thanks for
Always
having me.
appreciate having you here. You are EGT family.
Appreciate
Absolutely. Rec
Pop
family.
in whenever the hell you want.
Yeah. Same applies here.
All
in the
right. We'll see
studio.
you guys next week. And we're out.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye.